Hello, Village. Good to see you. Welcome to our Sunday morning gathering. Of course, we're here for the Tarot Topics newsletter recap. So, Tarot Topics is my weekly newsletter. Comes out every Wednesday. There's a link right in the description to read it and subscribe. So, this week, what's the title? Happy Thanksgiving. Did I wimp out completely? Of course. But Thanksgiving was Thursday, newsletter came out on Wednesday. And what I wrote about was sort of this internal process. So, true confessions, my mother did not like Thanksgiving. She was talking about the unseen, unrecognized, and unpaid labor of women back in the 70s, before most people were talking about it. And Thanksgiving was her prime example. Now, to be fair, I personally have never cooked a turkey myself. But I know a lot of families where the men do a lot of the Thanksgiving preparation. But back in the 70s, that was kind of the thing. And beyond that, like the traditional meal in my mind is not and my mother felt the same way. So as Thanksgiving was approaching, I was not in a good headspace about it. I really wasn't. I was like, I was being a Thanksgiving Grinch. And then I sort of leaned into, why be like that? Why be negative? It's going to happen. It's going to happen no matter what. So why not embrace it? And it actually worked. And I became happy and excited about Thanksgiving. And lo and behold, we actually had a nice time. So, the newsletter was kind of about the power of positive thinking, but also about our shared traditions and how holidays can bring up a lot of nostalgia, weird family stuff, all kinds of stuff. So what are we talking about today? Oh, this is funny. Claire C says, my mother was a vegetarian and dreaded touching the turkey, right? And I think that's part of it for me. I was a vegetarian for a good 20 years in my life. And to this day, whatever. Okay, I understand. I understand your mom completely here, Claire. So, what are we doing readings about today? Whatever you want. Seriously, happy Thanksgiving. You can ask anything you want. And if you've already put a question in sort of saying, I don't know what to ask, so just give me a card, I guess. I'll give you a general reading. But if there's a question, it does not have to be holiday related. It can be, doesn't have to be. Does not have to be gratitude or Thanksgiving related or traditional related at all. It can be anything you want. So if you've already put in a request for just give me a card, and you do have a question, you can go ahead and put that question in. Absolutely. Oh, Trey, I like Thanksgiving more now that it's just me and my parents. It was the extended family gathering I didn't like. Understood. Oh, RSDSS, so good to see you. Thanksgiving. I'm truly thankful for this stream. Recently, this has been a space I feel at peace in. Oh, RSDSS, I appreciate you so much. You were really my first sort of Twitch friend. And I just appreciate you. So right back at you. I really thank you for welcoming me and us to Twitch. And thanks for being such an important part of this community. Trey, I feel like many people can relate to the idea that extended family gatherings aren't always fun. Agreed. All right. So let's get on over to CardCam, where you can see, okay, what am I working with? Speaking of nostalgia, right? Is it so for you? Like for me, holidays really bring up a lot of nostalgia. Thinking about when I was a kid, thinking about when I was a young adult, thinking about when my kids were kids, all of that. So speaking of nostalgia, this was probably like my fourth tarot deck, not this specific one, but Hanson Roberts was probably the third or fourth deck. Somewhere in there, like early in my career, did I start working with this deck. So that's fun. Make sure my family doesn't do Thanksgiving unless I do it. It's not really a Canadian Jewish thing or a South African thing. My family is from there. Yeah, got it. So I never grew up with it. Um, oh, so now I organized the Friendsgiving. That's so good. RSDSS, do you still have like your first few decks? I most certainly do. That would be a fun live. I should bring them out and you can see just how beat up and battered they are. Yeah, I sure do. Okay, so any questions at all? That's the bottom line. No rules today, whatever you want. Just like there's no rules on Thanksgiving. You can eat whatever you want when you want, right? Isn't that the case? On Thanksgiving and also the day after Thanksgiving? All right. We are going to start with, make sure, OMG, I need to see the decks. I need to do a big office clean and reorganize, and that will be a good time for me to find that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and Von Ray, you are fine with the general reading. Can do, happy to do it. Okay. Smile Soul 20. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. Thanks for being a moderator. My question is, will I have a good week at work? Oh, yes and no. Look at that, 2 10s. One that says yes, one that says no. And I mean, this could also say, yeah, you'll have a better week at home. There will be some unfortunate things that happen this week, but if you stay positive and don't let it get to you, you will be fine, and it will be an okay week at work. Okay. Okay, let's see. Vaishali, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. What should I be thankful for the most? Honestly, be thankful for second chances, third chances, fourth chances. Be thankful for that there are things in life where you can take your time to get it right. And just be grateful for that and lean into it. Over on Instagram. So good to see you. Hang on one second. Let me get to you. Okay, this is Sam's 1807. Good to see you. I'm well. Hope you're well. Can you tell me about my love life? Anybody I will find? So from that, I'm going to assume you're currently single-ish or single. So when we look at people around you, I do think you have some nice friends. But I don't think there's anyone around you who would be appropriate for a relationship. And I do think there's been some difficult history when it comes to love and romance. We don't want to repeat any of that, certainly. So, I feel like you may need to get more clear on what it is you want and don't want before you welcome a relationship. Because I have a feeling that you may welcome people into your life who just kind of steamroll over you. And so get clear on your boundaries, get clear on what you want, and get clear on what makes you happy and what your truth is. Then I think you'll be more confident and more able to welcome a really wonderful, lasting relationship. All right. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness, we have good news in the village, everyone. Revival of Venus. We remember that Revival of Venus got laid off, like back in September, I think, and has been looking for a job and has procured a job with the state. Well done, Revival of Venus. And thanks so much for coming here and sharing that good news. We are so excited for you. This is really, really good news. And I know you're going to rock it. Congratulations, Revival of Venus. All right. Jenna Perkins, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member and for using members only emojis. So general reading for you at this time. There is so much here about creating the life that you want. That is creating the home that you want, creating the spiritual practice that you want, creating the community that you want. And there's been, I think, a certain amount of concern internally for you, where it's felt like maybe I won't be able to do all of this. Maybe all of this will not happen for me. And I'm here to tell you, Jenna, you just keep on doing what you're doing and it's all happening for you. It's right here. For sure. All right. Mix you ear. So good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Your mention of shifting from positive to negative, because we've put so much work into being positive in this newsletter, really resonated. I feel like I was doing better when the free therapy I found ended and somehow more was added to my plate. So being intentional about cultivating happiness has been a challenge. I start therapy again on Monday. Good, good. Is there anything specific? Okay, so you've got 8 to 10 sessions. Is there anything specific that I should put on my list of things to bring up that I'm not thinking of? Oh, I love that. I love that. Thank you. That's such a, I feel so honored to have that question. You know, like when you're starting with a therapist, I don't know if this is a new therapist or not, but either way, starting a new session of therapy, what should be on that list of focus or goals or things to talk about? I think a lot of it is family stuff. I really do. I think a lot of it is family stuff, and from 2 different perspectives. Oh, good. It's your previous therapist. You can dive right in. That is so good. Oh my gosh. Starting out with a new therapist is hard. I'm sorry, but it is. So I'm so glad for that. So I think it's family stuff in 2 different ways. Number 1, it's about the particular relationships and very specifically stuff with your dad. And it's easy to give your dad a pass, and I'm not saying we shouldn't, but there's still stuff there that's really hurtful. So the family stuff that's hurtful, but also the inherited trauma from the family that is now yours, and how to deal with that and have that not be your trauma anymore. So family from 2 perspectives. All righty. Up next, we have Jeannie Mnuchin. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. What thought patterns would be advantageous for me to change from a negative mindset to a positive one? Are there ways I'm misinterpreting myself and my life? Ooh, that was so nicely worded. Oh, that's so good. Are there ways I'm misinterpreting myself and my life that need to shift, and how? I think it's sort of the simple and obvious one that a lot of us deal with, Jeannie, that if these particular aspects of life have not particularly gone well in the past, what makes us think they'll go better in the future? I think it's that kind of thinking. And the answer to that question is experience, healing, new wisdom. Like there's reason to think that things will go better and are going better because of those things, because of that wisdom, because of the things that we've learned over time. So I do feel like, you know, on one hand, there are very familiar feelings, things that we felt when we were 6, that we feel when we're 60, that, you know, it doesn't feel good, right? And that's very real. But on the other hand, I think that only is true to a point, and we can sometimes push it past that point where it should no longer be true. Did that make sense? Let me know. Hey, Lynn Batwell, good to see you. Suspicious username. So nice to see you over on Twitch. All right. So, Lynn Batwell on Facebook, you can ask anything you want today. Let's see. Suspicious username May I get a read if that's okay? I think my boss that hired me is cute. Is he a good catch? It's a retail job. Right. And suspicious username also says, I feel happy that I can do nursing and I afforded your courses. Oh, good for you. That is fabulous. And you got a job. So lots of things to be grateful for. That is fabulous, suspicious username. And we are all wishing you so much good luck, both in your new job and in your schooling. But let's take a look. The boss at the retail job. And I would argue that retail is one of those places where dating the boss is something that could potentially happen and be okay, because it's retail, right? I mean, whatever. So the boss who hired you is cute. Is he a good catch? Let's figure him out. Okay. He seems pretty nice. He's got a temper. He's obviously hardworking. So as a boss, he's marginal at best as a boss. As a potential boyfriend. Suspicious username. All of the tarot people in the village, please gather round. Is he a good catch? We have these two cards. I feel like he feels like a good catch. He comes riding in and breaks your heart. Not a good catch. That's how I feel. People in the village, do you concur? What do you think? RSDS is like, ooh. Yeah, so we're going to say be careful with this one, suspicious username. But if it's like a Marshall's, does that mean you get a discount on the already discounted inventory? Because that would be cool. And RSDSS, do you have a question? You do? So you get like a double discount? Oh man, that's worth it. And you get paid? I know retail's a hard slog. I know it is. I know it is. But man, it would be nice to have those discounts. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the chat right now, suspicious username. The tarot readers are like, yeah, no, talk's a good game, but he's probably full of whatever. Yeah, but also gotta love a discount, right? So a lot of love for you in the chat, suspicious username. Lynn Batwell. Lynn Batwell over on Facebook. May I get a read? Relationships with my cousins regarding my parents. I mean, I feel like there's, I feel like when I don't quite understand the question, like relationship with these people regarding these people. I'm going to be really honest and say I don't know what that question means. But when I look at the relationship, cousins, parents, whatever, what I feel like is, who in your family do we actually trust to have your best interest at heart? Like, that's my question, Lynn. And I'm not trying to start problems here. You know, I can be wrong, but I just feel like I feel like you have one of those families where everyone is really nice to each other and treats each other really nicely, but then behind people's backs maybe are not so nice. Okay, you are agreeing with me, Lynn. Nobody. Yeah. And so, RSDSS. So RSDSS is wondering, Lynn, if your parents put, like, because some parents will compare the cousins to the kids and make the cousins better. I come from a small family. I've never really experienced anything like that. But oh my gosh, you got it. RSDSS, you got it. Lynn says exactly, sadly, yes. So RSDSS, thank you for your help. And Lynn says this is absolutely true. I'm loving this. We've got RSDSS on Twitch, Lynn on Facebook, and RSDSS is helping me read for Lynn, and it's working. This is, I just love this so much. So, Lynn, the bottom line is don't trust him. You can smile and be nice at the holidays if you like. But these people don't know how to have your best interest at heart, so you have to have your best interest at heart. There it is. Oh, I love this. Jeannie, the gist of what you said in my own words is to change my thinking that patterns will simply repeat from childhood because of the healing experience and wisdom experienced over the years. Was that it? Oh, yeah. Well said. Thank you for taking my gobbledygook and turning it into something real. That's good. Okay. Oh, Sam Z, you lost connection. Yeah, I can say what I said to you again. And Mrs. O, I see you, and I'm going to come to you next. So I'm off over to Instagram for a minute. So Sam Z, Sam, I did your reading, but apparently you lost connection. So the bottom line is, when it comes to love, I think you've had too much difficulty in the past. You have to do a lot of healing, and then I think you will find a great relationship. Mrs. O. Mrs. O. Here we go. General for Mrs. O. Well, you're obviously married. Your name is Mrs. O, and I often see this as a card of marriage. I am wondering, as far as work and career for you, whatever it is that you do, I feel is not going as well as you would like it to. And it may be making you feel bad about you. And so this is a message for you, Mrs. O, to not let anything make you feel bad about you. But if in the new year you need to make some changes around how you set boundaries or what you're doing, this might be a good idea, and it might really be helpful. Okay, Anka, let me find you over on Instagram. Where are you? Mrs. O, you are very welcome. Sam, you're very welcome. Let me find Anka's question. Hang on one second. I see you saying run, Anka, and I know you were saying that about the boss with the 3 of Swords. Agreed. Okay. Oh. Thank you for calling my attention to this. I'm excited. Anka K, this is Anna K over on YouTube, who is a member on YouTube. There was some development with Jay. Is he having second thoughts about meeting, or does he still want to meet? Why do you want to? Like, this person has been totally disrespectful. Why do you want to? Like, that's my question. But I'll go ahead and take the question. Okay. I think this is just like whatever the new development is, and please let me know. Trey, that scared your cat. I'm sorry. Anyway. What he wants is the comfort of a relationship, but not the responsibility of a relationship. And as we know, he's going to give you a hard time if you ask him to have that responsibility. And so he wants to, and he doesn't want to. And that's why you get those mixed messages. But given that you know this about him, I'm not sure why you would entertain it. You know, so that's going to be my question to you is, did he say or do something that sounded like an apology? That sounded like he understood where he went wrong? Because that would be a different story, but I don't see a different story here. So I'm very curious and would like to know. Okay. And so Sam says, so basically you're trying to say no love or romance in your life. I'm not saying that forever. I'm just saying for right now, I feel like if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten, is the thing. So right this minute, it doesn't seem like a good thing. Okay. Oh, okay. He says he will try to do better. Okay. Okay. Was there an apology attached to that? That's what I need to know. And Naomi, while we're over on Instagram, Naomi, can I get a reading? Sure. Naomi on Instagram. Naomi, I feel like the focus here really needs to be on career, cultivating resources, creating what you want to create in your life. And I feel like there's a lot of ways you may be feeling tired and unsupported, but nonetheless, you have the ability to create something really good for yourself. And I think it's about putting time and energy there. Yeah, Anka, not really an apology. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think we have his number. Okay, Light Seeker, so good to see you. Let me know if you have a question. RSDSS, let me know if you have a question. Um, oh, you do have a question. Here it is. RSDS, let's do you. This is sort of a toxic question. I'm down. I am so down. And RSDS, thank you for being a subscriber on Twitch. We appreciate you. How do I become more likable to the people around me? Because recently I feel so disliked in real life. And the thing is, I think what's really probably more true, RSDSS, is that whether this is by gift or by trauma or both, you are very empathic and you feel what other people are feeling very often. And so you will feel people's frustrations, but I think you're kind of assuming that you're the cause of the frustration when very likely you're not. So you can be around someone who's in a bad mood and you will pick up that they're in a bad mood when other people don't pick that up. And then I think you'll assume you're the cause of the bad mood. So I'm going to say the practice right now needs to be observing without making it or thinking it's about you. Just observing, just observing. Because I think truly people around you, for the most part, some people think you're really fun. Some people think you're too much. And my thing is, when people think you're too much, they should go find someone who's less. That's their problem. And some people think you're logical and smart. So it's really like a third of the people that we have to worry about who might think you're too much. Should you try to be more likable to them? No, not necessarily. So I would just say be more of an observer. Don't take things personally and recognize that you don't like everyone. Not everyone's going to like you, but you are not as universally and colossally disliked or unlikable as you might think. That's what I have to say about that. Okay. Hey, Wendy, good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Okay. And so, Light Seeker, let me know if you have questions. Let's hop on back to YouTube, where we see Divyan Shamishra. Just a general for you. Let's do that. So Divyan, what's really important here, I think, I wonder if you are in an educational process or considering being in an educational process. There is a lot here about authority and kind of choosing which authority to listen to, or maybe even which authority to become. you're working on your PhD right now. So that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Make this be your, make your work on your PhD really focus toward where you want to be for, like, literally for the rest of your life. I hate to say this, but I think there's a question in sort of how you focus it and how you focus your energy and where you want this PhD to take you. I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think this can be such a good thing for you. Okay. Okay, Donna. Okay, Donna DeStefano, good to see you. Okay, so this is the thing that you and I are doing. Okay. You pulled a card, got the sun reversed. So you want to do a 2-card reading. You do the first card, I do the second card. So the first card that you've supplied is the sun reversed. And also the water heater broke. So not a good morning, right? Understood. So you started with the sun reversed and now the 8 of Swords. And I don't really relate any of this to the water heater. Like, to me, that's very incidental in this as much as it's unfortunate. Or, well, maybe there is a way I could relate it. If I put these 2 cards together, there is certainly a sense of diminishment and anxiety. And you could certainly feel diminished and anxious because of the water heater. So there is that. But I also think there's something bigger and deeper here for you, Donna, where you are really polishing your shine, if you know what I mean. You are really working on building your skill set, on building your energy, on building your community, and ultimately, you know, with the goal of really taking that somewhere. And I feel like when you take steps forward, there is some part of anxiety that wants to pull you back. And so there is something there where you are being asked to allow yourself to shine without limit. And, you know, that is a very good point, RSDSS. The sun reversed, like you pull the sun reversed, the hot water heater breaks. Literally, the sun is reversed, the heat is gone from the hot water heater. The one thing it's supposed to do is heat the water, and the sun is reversed, the heat is gone. That's smart. Yep, makes sense. Okay. Barbie Bird, you are up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being usually a member. No burning questions. I'd love a reading. Anything I need to know. Yep. Good to see you. We're just doing general. Barbie, are you really going through it these days? Like, it's kind of feeling like you're really kind of going through it. Yeah, I know you'll get your membership sorted, and we never do like the membership only stuff till the end of the month, so you got time. Okay, Barbie, you are going through it. Yeah, you are going through it. So what can we do about this? Honestly, I think it's the things, you know. I think we're tired of having just enough money to live our lives and nothing more. But I think partnership is really the thing. Like, we're tired of not having the supportive partner. And so, right, I'm fine, but I'm not. Right. And you are fine. And right, you're like, big time. Yeah. And it's really hard. Like, what do we do with this? I think this is about, somewhere in your life, you may have been told that you should just be thankful for what you have and not want more. Right. You keep feeling like you're not enough. And this is the thing. I feel like this is something from your childhood, like some kind of training where you feel like, A, you're not enough and you have to be happy with what you have. And it's bad to ask for more, all of that stuff. And I think that's the lesson here. I think that's what you're undoing. You're undoing this idea that you're undesirable and not enough. And you're undoing this idea that you shouldn't want more. You should be happy with what you have. Which, yes, yes, we should all be thankful for what we have. That's true. And also, it is normal and natural and appropriate to set goals and work for more. And it's hard. It's hard. This is legitimately hard. So yeah, I see it. I get it. And it'll get better in time. That's the other thing, Barbie. This is a season. It's not an easy season, but it'll get better. Hey, Medium that Rocks, good to see you. Yeah, it's hard to work for more when you're unsupported. Yeah, I hear it. But allow yourself spiritual support and know that your family is supporting you. Okay, Light Seeker. Over on Twitch, we have Light Seeker. May I ask about my spark and fire coming back in life? I feel super lost. Okay, and here you are. Okay, good. Okay, Light Seeker. So I feel like something happened that sort of caused this, right? You're feeling like super defeated and all. And I feel like there may have been something or some things that sort of started this feeling, if you will. But I think at the end of the day, it's about self-esteem. It's about recognizing that even if others have treated you unfairly, you didn't deserve that, and you don't have to treat yourself unfairly. Yeah, there it is. Constant arguments with family and manipulation and all. Yes. And so obviously, like, it feels like a catch-22, because I think like you need to be able to escape that. You need to be able to get away from that. But I also feel like that treatment of you is designed to keep you so weak you can't leave. And so you're going to have to be strategic about creating your escape. And I'm going to say at this point, looking for your spark, looking for your fire, I don't think that's what you need. You need your air. You need your strategy, your intelligence, your sense of what is right. And you need to do those things, because what's being done to you is not right. And so I think it's about really thinking clearly and strategically, not bemoaning how this shouldn't be. And it shouldn't be, but it is. But figuring out what you're going to do with it and how you're going to escape it. And that's what you got to do. So sorry you're going through that, and we are sending you so much love. Okay. Oh, Trey, I love what you said to Barbie. Yeah, and I love what Barbie said back, right? We're in it together, right? Very grateful for this community. So am I. And I love that this community has now expanded beyond YouTube to other platforms, and I just love it. Okay. Here we go. Trey Cameron, thank you so much for being here. Sorry, I scared your cat. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Anything you need to know, maybe pertaining to my writing? Thank you for saying that, because I always want to talk about your writing, but I don't want you to think that I believe that that's your whole self, but I do think it's super important. And so Trey, the thing is, okay, I'm going to tell you something. I am beta reading a novel that a friend of mine wrote, and he's, as far as I know, up to this point, unpublished. And as I'm reading this, I'm like, this is really good. Like, this could be like a whole new career for him. And he doesn't know this yet, but I can see it because I'm reading it. Trey, what you need to know is I'm feeling the same feeling about you, and I've never read your work. I don't know. You could be a horrible writer. I do not know, but I do know. Do know. And I feel like it's hard for you to see where this could take you legitimately. And the fact is, there's a lot of people who have written books, me included, and it doesn't pay the rent. It's nice, but it's whatever. But there are people who write things where it really does become their financial underpinning and their whole career. And it becomes a legacy that is remembered after they are long gone. You can have this, Trey, if you want this. It is in you to have this. Just saying. The kitty. It was very funny. Yes, I'm glad. Thank you for not being mad at me for scaring your cat. Oh my gosh. All right. Von Ray, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for 4 years. We're doing a general. Okay, Von Ray, you're also a writer, speaking of writers. I feel like the big issue here, as I see it, Von Ray, is how much you want, need, and deserve love, and how much you've received almost like a reasonable facsimile of that from your family, but not exactly what it is that you're looking for. And it's hard to find what you're looking for if you've never had it and you don't quite know what it is. But you're looking for that. And so, Von Ray, like, we have these 2 10s, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. And I feel like you feel this way more than you feel this. But this is possible for you as well. And I just want you to remember that this is possible, and being open to this will help you find this. So the conversation going on in the chat is so fun. Trey says, I'm extremely critical of my writing. Thank you. Appreciate the vote of confidence from your psychic sense purely. Barbie says, Trey, you're famous to us already. And Barbie also said, I'd love to read anything Trey writes, if that means anything. But Wendy comes in and echoes that. Like, yeah, I mean, you would certainly have book sales here. I'm just saying. Okay. I have been waiting for this one. Claire C., my good friend. Thanks for being a member for 4 years. Everyone. Okay, we're just going to give Claire the gold medal before I even read the question. Everyone, gold medal for Claire. Here it comes. I recently told everyone at Thanksgiving to F off. I love this. And I know this is painful. And I know you had to be driven to a difficult place to get there. And so I am certainly not joyous about your misery. But I am so freaking proud of you right now, Claire. Oh my gosh. And we can see in the chat, you're getting a lot of cheers and a lot of congratulations from the chat. Okay. Here it is. Okay. I recently told everyone at Thanksgiving to F off, and I meant it. This actually felt good to say. And Claire's coming back on saying it felt good. Yes. They took it well. Was I establishing boundaries for the first time? Yeah, we are proud of you. Like, the entire village is cheering for you. What did happen there? What did happen? Yeah, I think this was Claire establishing boundaries and establishing her right to use her voice. Now, in terms of what this will do to family dynamics going forward, I think it's going to cause people to treat you with more respect, at least to your face. So I think you did the right thing. And I think this was you setting boundaries. I think the entire village joins me in congratulating you. And this is going to change energy around you with your family and generally. You have just not only set boundaries, Claire, you claimed power for yourself. And this is going to be true not just in your family, but in life in general as well. Well done. Sometimes telling people to F off is what is spiritually necessary. Trey, the Knight of Pentacles feels so appropriate. Agreed. Agreed. Helen 895, good to see you. Thanks for being a member and thanks for using members only emojis. A general reading, most certainly. Ooh, Helen, hang on 1 second. I just have to go back to this. What was happening in the family? They were criticizing me for telling my sister to stay out of a family photo. And if she wants to always cover her face. Yeah, well done. Well done for standing up. Horse-drawn portrait, good to see you. Says, nice work, Claire. More power to you. Perfect. And horse-drawn portrait over on Twitch, if you have a question, please let us know. Okay, Helen, thanks for your patience. Helen 895. A general reading. Helen. So I see a whole story here. Let me tell you the story that I see here. I feel like you are really learning who you are and how to be yourself, like who you really are, not the person you were trained to be, not the person other people expect you to be, but the person you really are. And as you lean into that and as you allow yourself to be fully who you are in your own sense of identity, you bring for yourself a great deal of happiness and success. There we go. Tarot by Nature, so nice to see you. Thanks for subscribing. You absolutely can ask a question. Absolutely, please do. All right, and scrolling through. Zach, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Any good things coming in through December? Any concerns? Good things and concerns. Let's see what we got. Well, good things, I think. It's going to be important to have a positive attitude. And I think one thing you're learning is there's no sense in trying to fix things that you have no control over. And so I feel like, and Zach, I can see you're here with me. That's fabulous. I feel like there are things that are, legitimately not going the way you would like them to. But I think you're learning to put your energy where you can do some good. And that's very positive. And I feel like as we get into 2026, you will be putting your energy in more positive ways. And I think specifically, it needs to be regarding career. There may also be a change of location, where you live, where you work, those kinds of things could change in the new year, and that could be really positive. Brandon Sladden, good to see you. Thanks for being here on Twitch. Let me know if you have a question. Oh, thank you for your feedback, Helen. Right? I'm trying very hard. I see that you're trying and you will be successful. Okay. TJ and GA, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Could I get a word or phrase that might describe the focus of the coming year for me? I love this. Okay, all reversed cards, but that's okay. We're going to work with this. Here it is, TJ. Internal, okay, this is, just to be clear what I'm saying here, for TJ and GA, We're looking for focus of the coming year, and it's going to be a few things, but it's a process. Internal focus for healing, releasing the idea of trying to control what you cannot control, healing from family and childhood, and opening to new opportunities. So I would say succinctly, healing and opportunity. There you go. Okay, and let's do Liz Harrison. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. So the tarot scopes are available. Members, once I record the tarot scopes, they're up and available to members, so you can watch them anytime. There's a new video edited that will become available tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow's tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. The new video will become available for everybody else. You can get your tarot scopes anytime. Okay. So, Liz, thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. I wonder if I can get cards pulled to how my personal December might look. I love that. Okay, let's do 3 cards for your personal December, Liz Harrison. So definitely honoring of some traditions and spending some time with younger people. Being very clear in your boundaries of what you will and will not do. And being open to a new year where all kinds of good things could happen. So being open to the possibilities. So traditions, boundaries, and positive possibilities for the future. That's what I see for December for you, Liz. And Liz says, so grateful for you and this community, right back at you. I am so grateful for you, Liz. Thank you for being a member. Okay, let's hop on over to Twitch for a moment. Brandon Sladden, can I please ask about love in December? I have an interest who comes to the pub I work at. It's called the Checkers Inn. That sounds like fun. Okay, and you're in the UK. Gotcha. I was thinking, man, you work in a pub. You're probably in the UK. Okay, so the interest who comes to the pub. You can try conversation here, and it might get you somewhere, but it might not. Like I would cast your net wider than that. You've got this one interest, but you probably should have more interests. When we see what will develop for love in December, probably not a lot, but you may plant some good seeds for January. Like I feel like in 2026, your love life will be a lot better, but I'm not necessarily thinking it involves the person that you are interested in who comes into the pub, but striking up conversation never hurts. Like there's like this much chance there. So you can try. Good luck. Okay. Revival of Venus with your new job. We're so excited for you. Oh, Brandon, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Okay. Revival of Venus with your new job. We are just so excited. A message for December for you. This is a whole new thing. Like you are stepping into something new. This job is different. You're here. Okay. This job feels different. And it feels like in general, energetically, in your life, whatever, you are stepping into a new energy. It's an energy of greater confidence, greater power, greater ability. And it's scary. And at first it's gonna feel scary, but let it happen and stay positive. Stay positive and all will be well. Oh, Liz, thanks for this feedback. I love this, especially the possibility of better things to come next year, which I've been wondering if it's possible. That already starts my December off happily. Thank you. You are very welcome. Thanks for being here, and thanks for the follow. Okay. Baby Cakes, good to see you. Thanks for being here. If this job doesn't pan out, then when do I find one? Is it better to look as a nanny or a newborn care specialist or a postpartum doula. Okay. When generally, if this doesn't work out, when will you find a new one? I would say by June. I would say by June. And is it better to look nanny, newborn care specialist, postpartum doula? I'm going to say cast your net wide and look for all three. Yeah, don't choose. You're qualified to do all three. Look to do all three, because any of them could net you something. All right. And I didn't see one as being more positive than the others in those cards. Okay. Ray Shelley, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a general for you. There's been some difficulty here, and I think you're worried that difficulty may continue or get worse. But here's the thing. I feel like what you are dealing with is actually deeply spiritual and is part of your growth. Allow yourself to be open to good things. Try not to take things too hard or too heavy, and things may turn out better than you're anticipating. Okay. Sarah, NE5, good to see you. Here's a reading for you. So Sarah, there is a lot here about the life that you are building and trying to build, but the worries that you have about it. I see good things in this picture. I feel like you've got some exciting plans and some interesting people around you. But I also feel like what you're doing, what you're planning to do, and what you really want to do may not all be the same thing. And so allow yourself to be clear about what you really want. Be careful about letting people tell you what you want. That makes sense. Okay. Miss Starr, good to see you. Thanks for being here. You're looking for a general. So I think right now, Miss Starr, it's about you need to stay grounded, and there has been or is currently a disappointment that is hurting your heart. Allow yourself time for healing, but there's also something here that could be bringing you new grounding and new money. Don't spend it till you have it, obviously. But we are looking at healing and moving into something more positive here. Wendy Robeson, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member in more than 3 years, and a moderator. We appreciate you. So a general reading. I feel like you've really been in a healing mode, but you are ready to build more community. And you're ready to grow like you've been growing internally. Now you're getting ready to show that growth to the world. And that's a beautiful thing. Wendy says, so true. Yes, absolutely. Okay, the medium that rocks. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. This year has been really amazing. I'm looking forward to 2026. What do I most need to know as 2025 comes to an end? You need to know that you're on the right path and doing the right thing and learning about love in all its forms in an entirely new positive way. And if 2025 was good, we can expect 2026 to be better. Tuluk 907, good to see you on Twitch. Let me know if you have a question. You can ask anything you want today. Okay, Teresa. We've got Teresa. You're next to be next. Tarot by Nature is next. So we're going to do Tarot by Nature, then Teresa. Okay. Tarot by Nature, thanks for joining us. What are V's intentions for reaching out today? Nothing that's really going to please you. I think V is looking for some comfort. V is looking for your company, but there's nothing here that feels terribly reciprocal. All right. Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for being a moderator and for using members only emojis. I'll read for December. I have a lot going on in every area of life and I'm focused on staying grounded. Any good things or things to watch out for year's end? I mean, you're keeping your stability and you're keeping people who would hurt your stability away. Like, it's complex, but it's really that simple. If you help my stability, you can be here. If you do not help my stability, you cannot be here. It is that simple, and that will work. All right, over on Twitch, Tulik907 wanting to know, and your name is Randall, nice to meet you. Will I see Laura in 2026? Probably yes, but not in the way you're thinking. It may be good to sort of stay open-minded when it comes to all of this. Because yes, I think you will see this person, but I don't think it's going to turn out to be what you want. Okay, and while we are on Twitch, hey TC, so good to see you. A read for the energy for December. Been working on some new things, excited for the month ahead. And some things may not go as anticipated, but some things will. So there is a lot here to be excited about. Again, it may not go the way you're anticipating, but it is likely to go well. So stay open-minded, and I think you'll be pleased with what happens. All right. Who is next? And who did I miss? That is the question. Checking in with the control room. Is it time for last call? So I do want to remind everyone that we have Global Tarot Circle, and that's for everybody. Everybody here can participate. You know, tarot by nature, that well could be true. That well could be true, because there's definitely nothing about you in there. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So, Global Tarot Circle on Wednesday. Oh, Ocean Girl. Ocean Girl. I almost missed you. Ocean Girl, you're Lisa. Thanks for being here. Life is pretty good. What should I focus on right now? Enjoying your good life. I love it that your name is Ocean Girl and you have the Page of Cups, which is such an oceany card. So spend time at the ocean. And I would say right this minute, enjoy everything that is good. You know, there's always unexpected weird stuff that happens, whatever. But enjoy everything that is good, and just, I'm going to say, be in the mindset of, if everything is pretty good right now, freaking enjoy the heck out of it. That's your mission right now. Enjoy the heck out of it. Will it always be this good? No, it might be better. But for right now, enjoy the heck out of it. And when your question is, what should I focus on right now? Focus on enjoying the heck out of it. There it is. Okay. Who else did I miss? Oh, Tarot by Nature. Creepy, right? Thanks so much. I really like your vibe and positive attitude. Thank you. Ocean Girl. Yeah. Go to the beach. Yeah, go to the beach for sure. All right. My friends, who else did I miss? Okay, so Global Tarot Circle on Wednesday. This coming weekend, I'm teaching at the library on Saturday, and we've got our tarot meetup at Panera Bread in Palm City on Sunday. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m., same time, for your 3-card weekly reading to start your week. And I am available for readings, so feel free to reach out. It is last call for readings, my friends. I want to thank you all so much, especially the subscribers on Twitch, the new followers, over on YouTube. A thank you to the members, the moderators, and we have a question. Yay. Oh, Tulok, thanks for following. Horse-drawn portrait. So good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being on Twitch. How does a toxic, much older former friend who is still attached to my family, seeing herself and role and how things went? Okay, so you want to know how she's seeing herself and her role, and will you find victory in addressing her and her family directly? All right, horse-drawn portrait, you are on top of the things. Okay, let's see. So how does she see her role? Well, she's certainly not the drama. The drama doesn't come from her. She is here to help, and she's always been here. She's part of the family. She thinks she's part of the family, but not part of the problem. And sometimes she's the victim. Sometimes she's the victim. I agree there's some toxicity here. So if you address her and her family directly, I think you'll feel better for saying the truth. I think if there's other people who need to hear the truth, they may or may not hear it. Like, the problem is, people believe what they want to believe, and people hear what they want to hear. So I think it'll feel good to you, but you may not change anyone's minds here. Like, I think you're looking for like a big reveal where everyone has an aha moment. May not happen. But I think you'll feel your personal victory by speaking your truth. Good luck. Oh, interesting. She's a reader herself. And this deck was my first, which she gave me, later dumpstered. I gotcha. Will she go away? Ultimately, yes. Oh, and that's an interesting thing. If you confront her in this way, will that make her go away? It'll make her not want to deal with you. I don't know if that's what's going to make her go away. She will go away, but I don't think that's what's going to make her go away. All right. My friends, we are back to last call. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Really appreciate you. And feel free to reach out for a reading. There's a link in the description to book with me. I have availability. Oh, Joyce Ocean, I can hang out for one more minute. Do you have a question? You're coming in right at last call. Excuse me. So here we go. I feel like your mom about Thanksgiving. Yeah. Gotcha. Oh, Clean Music Lover, nice to see you as well. Horse-drawn portrait, she needs to leave my family alone. Thanks so much. I think you can get her to leave you alone. Okay. Joyous Ocean. Looking for a general reading. Joyous Ocean, I think... I think that there's a lot of overwhelm here. There really is. And I feel like a lot of that comes from people's energies, not necessarily what you have to do for them, but what their energies do to you. So what I'm going to say, Joyous Ocean, your homework is to work on better energetic protection. And I think that would help you, because a lot of the people that you serve, a lot of the people that you help, a lot of the people you enjoy take a lot of your energy. And it's not bad that you serve them and are around them and enjoy them, but they take your energy too much. So I think you need to learn better energetic protection. Okay. And clean music lover, will I find a better paying job soon? Actually, I think you will. Yes. Yes, as long as you're looking, I think you will find. And Jojo G over on Instagram, good to see you. Here you go. Something that you've been worrying cannot be fixed, or an opportunity that you worry will not be available to you. I think you worry in vain. I think problems will be fixed and opportunities will be available. All right. My friends, so good to see everyone. I want to thank you so much for being here this morning. And of course, please, please subscribe to the newsletter. There's a link to do so right in the description. One more question coming in. Okay. Bill Warga, will my relationship work out successfully? So that's such an interesting question to ask a reader, because that's a choice the two of you will make every day. When I look at the relationship, I feel like with the effort that is being made right now, it will not work out. But if you want it to work and put in more effort, it likely will. So there you go. All right, my friends, subscribe to the newsletter, book your reading, join us tomorrow morning. Don't forget about Global Tarot Circle on Wednesday. Okay, just a quick thing, Joyce Ocean. Energy clearing spray is great for a room, but if you're not doing the internal work for energetic protection, the spray is not going to be enough for you. And so here's the thing. I feel like there is a lot here. Yes. You don't feel overwhelmed because of all the things you do to take the next best step each day. And yet you often come on here worried about time, worried about money, worried about the people around you, and it reflects in the cards. So do the energy work and we'll see it differently. There you go. Oh, Wendy, thanks for posting the appointment link. And, we're back over on Instagram. Am I ever going to get out of here today? I don't know. Here we go. So good to see everyone. Gypsy Grounded in Reality, good to see you. Do I think Jay wants you to break up with him? Do I think that Jay wants you to break up with him? Honestly, maybe. And if that's the case, if he's being that much of a wimp where he wants you to do it, I think you should make him do it. But you may be right about this. I'm so sorry. I liked him too, but you may be right about this. And RKFBE, any message from me today? Good to see you over on Instagram. We've got a few things. If you can stick to learning, working, and loving, these three things are going to bring you great joy in your life. To learn, to work, and to love. There it is. Joyous Ocean, I hear you. A message received and appreciated. There you go. There you go. So good to see you, Joyous Ocean, and thanks so much for being a member. All right, my friends, I'm going to make my exit and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Book your session with me and have a great Sunday. Thank you so much to everyone. I appreciate all of you so very much.